Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I like that angle. Let me do it again. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. By the way, if anybody could suggest any suggestions to the theme song or to the gesture involved in it, please feel free to leave a suggestion. I really liked it. The other day, I had a subscriber tell me that as he was watching my show, for a moment, he actually was expecting to hear Peter Schiff show. And so apparently the music was really on beat and he really loved it. And that's great. One of the reasons I love recording Peter Dislike shows is that by its very nature, I attract people who have similar interests to watch my videos, right? I don't always have the same luck in my everyday life, right? I don't always work with people with the same interests. I don't always live with people with the same interests, right? I'm forced to work and live with people based on availability, and that's that, right? I mean, I in the long term, I do hope to change my career path, right? But right now, I have to put up with a lot of people with differences in interests, and actually, right now, it kind of burns. So over the last year, I've been working on an AI for the game of Ticket to Ride. There's a lot of graph theory involved in it. It's a graph connection game, as you can see, and I developed some graph theory algorithms as I was programming it. But I had a lot of upsets and tears while doing this because, well, I just submitted an 8-page paper on the AI for it, and it was not very easy work, right? I mean, I loved it, but it consumed a lot of my time and energy over this past year, and who knows the career implications of it just yet, right? I teach at Phoenix College. They're opening a computer science department. They're working on the accreditations to do that and/or the funding, and so I definitely want to get my foot in the door there, right? And I spoke to the chair, and she likes my publication, but even then, it's still a long shot, right? Now, I have a lot of upsets programming this because I started doing this around the time that Poland became front page news because Ukrainian refugees were relocating there, and the game became really popular. So when I first ordered the board game from eBay. I think I ordered it from somebody in the UK because Ticket to Ride is not very popular here in the United States, at least not the map packs. And it came 3 weeks later. When I opened it, I got excited to play a few rounds to see what's going on. And at the time, I was teaching at Washington Technology University, and I asked my colleagues if they would be willing to learn a new board game and play with. Nobody wanted to play with me, and I was very heartbroken because during the time that we were in quarantine, COVID, I filled in for all my colleagues who needed to take care of family members, filled in for all the odd hours, submitted several publications, one on backgammon AI, the other on another game called Clobber. Really tried to help with our school getting. We were working on accreditations and all that, and I'm only asking for, a favor, and they get to learn a new fun game, and nobody had the time to do that. I was really, really frustrated, and to give you an idea of how frustrated I was already in the process of trying to quiet quit my job at WTU. I went to the break room, but I was just about to open my board game set and toss the pieces all over the break room, but I resisted the temptation. I so badly resisted the temptation to do that. Long story short, that was over a year ago. I've since programmed the AI for the game. I was hoping to have the grand release of my AI for the game on July 18, 2023, because Poland had a very important historical invention on that day. And unfortunately, I got a little bit busier and then I got burnt out. I got sick, and so I didn't release it on that day, but I wrote most of the publication. The deadline for submitting the publication is, well, another interesting and unfortunate anniversary, though, September 11th, which is kind of weird. I don't know why they would choose that day of all days, but and so now that I'm wrapping up the AI for the game, I was hoping to ask some of my colleagues at Phoenix College if they would test play my AI just to make sure everything's on the up and up, right? Anytime you have a large computer program, you never know if something silly is going to break it. It'd be nice to have people test play it. And again, everybody is once again busy and all that. And I love my job at Phoenix College. I'm not going to take the board game set and toss it into the break room. I'm not even thinking about it this time because I love my job there. But at the same time, the next time any one of my, especially the colleagues that I talked to this week, any of them need some kind of a favor, I have to remind them, hey, last time I really could have used somebody to play with my own ePolonium of AI, and I couldn't find anybody. Maybe at that time, would you be willing to play a few rounds? Hopefully I'll still have testing that needs to be done. My colleague says, I got childcare to pick up at 5 o'clock. Okay, well, when you come back, why don't we play some Ticket to Ride or something like that, right? I don't know. I'm just upset that I didn't get any reciprocation out of that more than anything else, right? And unfortunately, WTU completely shut down. I would so much love to go to the break room at WTU and throw a couple game sets in there just for revenge, right? But unfortunately, we didn't get our accreditations, and they shut down. And which is nice because I collected some unemployment out of that. Right? We scammed the state of Washington, but I wish I could have had a dramatic quiet quit. Now looking back at it. Anyway, very, very frustrating, but very, very trying. But you know what? I wrote AI. I named it ePolonium. Raise some awareness for Poland, right? It'd be nice if I, just like the real polonium, if I had a life partner to collaborate with for the ePolonium, right? Hopefully I will at some point. I'm working on another AI called eRadium for the game of Gizmos. Hopefully I'll have a partner to work with on that. I hope to release it on December 23rd, 2023, the 125th anniversary of the discovery of radium. And I hope to get some pieces that glow in the dark, and when I play it on screen, to have all the pieces be glow in the dark. Maybe not made out of radium, but all right. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Again, feel free to suggest any sort of opening theme or gesture. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.